All right, welcome authors, welcome VP crew. This is Steve with Viva Purpose, and I got a great training for you today. Today we're going to cover how to follow up with and how to track visitors to your website, visitors to your sales funnel. I'm gonna show you how to set up a Facebook pixel. So starting off, what is a Facebook pixel? So this is a great question. A lot of people are like, I don't even know what you're talking about, Steve. So let's just break that down for a second. So I just want to make sure we're on and live over here. Okay, things are looking good. Make sure you leave comments down below if you have any questions, anything along those lines, you want me to answer anything. I'd love to just kind of walk through this with you. So if you have something coming up you're not sure about, make sure you drop a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you with the answer, okay? So Facebook pixels, this is how we're going to track visitors to your website, visitors to your sales funnel, things along those lines. So a pixel, a Facebook pixel is, historically, a pixel was a one pixel by one pixel image that you would load onto your website, and then anytime someone loaded that page, that pixel would fire and report that data back to Facebook and tell them who visited the page, okay? And so that's how they knew, okay, well, this person or that person visited the page. And it's all linked through cookies and through your Facebook account, and so that's how Facebook's able to track people, okay? And so anytime you go onto a website, you can tell if you download the Tag Manager, you can, which is an extension for Google Chrome, you can see if you're being tracked on whichever website. So that's also very cool. All right. So used to be a pixel, one by one pixel picture. Now they've used different technology, but the name stuck. But bottom line, all you really need to know is that's the way to follow up and get information about people who are visiting your site, okay? Now, this is a very, very powerful tool. It allows you to really get to know your audience, get to know your demographic, and get back in front of those people. So in marketing, we know that it generally takes at least 3 to 5 times for a person to get enough confidence to purchase a product, right? They need to be familiar with the brand, they need to know what's going on, and so a lot of times it takes them seeing the product multiple times. Well, this is one way to make sure that people who have seen your product once or maybe even twice are able to see it again, and you're able to put ads directly in front of them. Okay, so let's get into it. So let me just minimize this here. Let's come back over here. So assuming you have Facebook Manager, and that's where it's going to start. Okay, so start off, if you don't have a Facebook Manager account, you need to go get a Facebook Business Manager account, and I'll show you where to go from there. So once you're in Business Manager, let me just minimize this a little bit and get it off to the side so I'm not huge. All right. I hate that little button, but we're going to get there. There we go. Make it go away. Okay, so here we are. We are on the Facebook Manager. This is a Facebook Manager. This is the back office. So if you go up by these 3 little lines here, the hamburger icon is what some people call it, and you click on that and you come down here to Event Manager, you have pixels right here in the middle of the screen. So just click on this menu drop down here and go to pixels. All right. Once you click on pixels, I have multiple businesses, and so I have to make sure I'm in the correct business here. And so if you don't see what you're looking for, you may need to switch to the correct businesses. So I'm going to use my cut the crap area here. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is go to this Add Data Source. Okay. So under the Add Data Source here on the right side of your screen, you should see it. You have this drop down, and you have Facebook Pixel right here. So we're going to add a Facebook Pixel to our Facebook Business Manager. Okay. So when you click on Facebook Pixel, it's going to ask you some questions to set up your Facebook pixel. Okay, and so you're going to need your pixel name. You can call this whatever you want. I could call this Steve's Super Duper Web Tracker if I wanted to. Okay, you can call it whatever you want, but you want to make it something that's meaningful to you so you know what it is. Now, generally, you're going to have 1 pixel per website, usually. There's some pretty high level reasons why you might want more than one, but usually you want to stick with 1 pixel per website, okay? So And you can use the same pixel if you have a website and a sales funnel. You use the same pixel so you can have the same data, okay, coming in, and you're able to sort those results. Then you're going to put in the website URL. Okay, so this is where actually you might have two. You'd have a website. If you have a website has a different URL than your sales funnel, you'd have one for each URL, right? So in this, it would be like www.mywebsite.com, or if it's if you're selling a book called Murder Mystery 2019, it would be murdermystery2019.com if that's your web address. Whatever your web address is, that's what you're going to put in here. And then let me see if I can move this over. No, I can't. So let me move this guy. There we go. And then you're just going to click on Create. And now I'm going to have to go back and delete this later because this isn't going to work, but sets it up. Super duper web tracker. You created your pixel. Now make it work by installing some code. Okay. It pops up this next screen right here, and it's going to ask you the setup method. Okay, if you have a integration tag manager, you can use that. I don't worry about that. That's for like BigCommerce, Google Tag Manager, different things like these. You could also, if you have a web developer, you can just email the instructions to the web developer. They'll take it. Most of them already know how to, they should know how to install a pixel anyway, and they'll just take it and run to it. So you just click on this, put in their email address, and it'll send it to them if you have somebody else handling your website or your development, okay? But we're gonna choose manually install the code yourself. Okay, so all you're gonna do is it tells you locate the header code on your website. I'm gonna show you how to do this in just a second. I'm gonna kind of give you the overview here, and we'll walk through it, okay? But it says locate the header code for your website, and then down here, copy the entire pixel code and paste it into the website header. Okay, so if you hover over this, it's going to highlight it for you, and all you have to do is click on it, and it will copy it to your desktop, to your buffer. Okay. Now, and then this is for an auto enhanced matching, and you can set this up in a little bit, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So just stay where you're at right here. Leave this screen. In another tab, go to your website. Okay, so I have a WordPress website, so I'm gonna show you how to do this on a WordPress website. I also have a ClickFunnels sales funnel, and I'll show you how to do it there as well. But let's start with the website. In WordPress, go to your plugins. Okay, in plugins, move this back down here. You're going to want to search, not installed. We're gonna add a new. If you don't already have this, if you already have this, it's great. But we're going to add new, and then we're going to search for insert header. Okay, search for insert header. I'm going to put my eyeballs on here. A little hard for me to read. There we go. So insert headers and footers. This is a free plugin for WordPress. It works really well. I like it. So then you would just download and install and activate the insert headers and footers plugin. Okay, so once you have done that and inserted that, you will get down on your menu over here under settings, you will have insert headers and footers. Once you have it installed as a plugin and it's active, you'll go to this insert headers and footers under the settings menu on the left hand column. Okay. So once you do that, you have settings here, and it has scripts in header. And what this does is it allows you to paste that code that you just copied from Facebook over here, the install pixel code. You've copied this pixel code. You want to paste that in the header section right here. And so you can see this is actually my pixel for my Cut the Crap and Move to Costa Rica, because that's what I'm on here is my Cut the Crap Costa Rica page. And so I just paste that in the header area there, okay, and then you click Save. That's all you got to do, right? And now that header and that script is included on the website, and it's set up to track. Now, through Chrome, there is a Chrome extension. Let's search for, it is called Facebook Pixel Helper. Okay, so I'm just going to type in my search bar Facebook Pixel Helper. Okay. So Facebook Pixel Helper, Google Chrome. This is a Chrome extension, and this is how you can see if a Facebook Pixel is installed on a website and if it's tracking properly. Okay, and so I already have it installed. So if you do that search for Facebook Pixel Helper and then add it to your Chrome, it's a Chrome extension, it's completely free. What you can do is, now that I have that extension there, and it's actually this one right here is what it looks like. Now if I go to my website, cut the crap, that's not the one I want to go to, cut the crap, Costa Rica.com, and then what I can do is I can click on this, cut the crap, what did I do wrong? I think I mistyped my own address. That's perfect. Okay, so this is my website right here. It's loading up. I've got a lot of things going on, so it's taking it a minute here. But I can see here with the tag manager right here that I have pixels, the Facebook Pixel Helper. I have 2 Facebook Pixels found, and that's because I have 2 separate ones. It's kind of a high level thing, but you should only have one probably for you. And you'll be able to tell by the pixel ID. If I come back over here to my Facebook Pixels, let me cancel that and go back to my pixels here. You have the pixel IDs, okay? And so this is actually the one I want, is this one down here, which is the 171. It ends in 953. So going back to my page on this, I can see it is this one right here, 171, ends in 953. This is the correct one set up, okay? And so that shows you that there's a pixel on it. Now I could go to, let's say, Nike.com, and let's see if they have a pixel set up tracking me. No pixels found yet, but it's not quite done loading, so give it a second. Oh, that's something else. Get rid of that. So you can see if I go to Nike.com, they're actually tracking me. They have a Facebook Pixel. This is the ID of their Facebook Pixel that they have set up for me. Okay, so this is also a way you can hack your competition. Okay, so for example, I have ours is a relocation guide, so I could go to internationalliving.com. I think that's their web address. And this is another no, it's not. Just do International Living. So if I go to International Living right here, I can actually go to their website, and you can see right here where they have a pixel, and I can view the analytics for them, so I can actually find out a little bit about their demographics. Oh, no, it's not going to let me do it. Well, we'll come back to that later. That's another lesson. We're just installing today. I'm getting a little off track. So if you install the Facebook Pixel Helper, that's a way to make sure that your pixel is set up correctly. Now, if it's not set up correctly, you may need to go back, copy that code from your pixel here, and if you lose it, you can always go back to details and go to up here, settings right here, let it load for a minute, or you have setup. Go to setup right here in the top right under create ad, you have setup, and that'll take you back to this page where you can do the manually install code yourself. I don't do this real often because once it's set up, you leave it alone. So sometimes I forget where things are and they move things. But so go back to the setup right over here under create ad, and you can get back in and copy the code again and then paste it into your insert headers here. This is for WordPress, okay? So let's say you have a sales funnel and you use ClickFunnels. What do you do then? Well, that's very easy as well. So what we're going to do on ClickFunnels is you're going to go to the funnel that you want to install the code on. Now you're going to have to install this on every one of your funnels individually, okay, because they don't know which one is associated with what. On your website, you put it on your like WordPress website once in the header, and that should flow to all your following pages. Okay, so especially if you use this particular app, insert headers and footers, within the settings it cascades to all corresponding pages under that web address. Okay, ClickFunnels is a little bit different, so you need to do it on each individual funnel, not each step of the funnel, but on each funnel. Okay, and so what you'll do is you'll go into the settings tab of that funnel, and you'll scroll down here to where it says head tracking code, and you'll just paste your code into that space. Okay, paste it in there. This one's really easy. You scroll down to the bottom and you hit the save, which is over here, save and update settings, and you're good. Okay, now there is another, we'll do another tutorial down the road on how to set up additional tags for purchases, for leads, for view page, and that'll just give you even more data on how to retarget them and how to give more specific ads to people who have reached, maybe they just saw your sales page, but they didn't see your upsell or your one-time offer or something like that. Or maybe they hit your cart and they abandoned cart, and you have a different type of ad you want to send to them with a special offer. Maybe it's a discount. Hey, let me just sweeten the deal a little bit and give you a couple dollars off or something. Okay, so however you want to do that. But this is how you would get that information, is to put the tracking into the head tracking code right here, and then go to the bottom, save, and continue. Real simple, okay? But this will give you the data to begin with, and this is the great starting point. So Facebook pixels, let's just recap real quick. You're gonna start with the hamburger icon over here. You're gonna go to pixels, and then within pixels, you will create a pixel if you don't already have one. If you do have one and you need to reinstall it or install it on another website, maybe you change service or whatever, you're going to go to the pixel that you are working with. And like I said, you should have one unless you have multiple sales platforms. And then you're going to go to the setup button here under create ad. And you're going to manually install the code yourself. Then you will copy, not this top box, but the second one down is copy the entire pixel. So you'll copy that. And then in WordPress, you will paste it in the scripts in header section for the insert headers and footers, which is under settings on the left-hand side, insert header and footer. And once again, you'll need to download that plugin prior to getting to this point. There are other plugins you can use as well, but this is the one that I found to be the easiest, and it just works really well. In ClickFunnels, you'll grab that code from the Facebook pixel, from your Facebook manager, business manager, and you will copy it into the head tracking code section here, save and continue. Okay, sounds super complex, complicated, but that's just how you get started with setting up your pixel, and then you will be able to get all kinds of data that you'll be able to then interpret and use for remarketing and things like that. It'll give you your leads and all those things, how many people were active in the last 5 minutes ago, 1 day ago, all of that information. So hopefully that helped, and you can go ahead and set up your Facebook pixel now. Make sure you give me a message, send me a link or a message or something. Let me know if you have any questions or any problems with this. I'd love to help you out. Anything you have questions with. So make sure you leave a comment down below if this was, if you learned something from this training, if there's something you didn't understand that I need to clarify, and I'll redo it. But should be good to go. It's not too hard. You don't have to be super tech savvy. You don't have to edit the code. It's just simply copy and paste. So I think you can probably handle it, but send me a message if you need some help or if I need to clarify something. And also just give me your feedback. Did you enjoy the video? Did it help? Yeah, let me know. And also make sure you give us a like and a follow Subscribe if you're on YouTube, ring the bell so you get notifications. Otherwise, click on the follow button so you get those notifications of when the next training's coming up. And yeah, just make sure you tune in, all right? And share it with somebody who could use the information as well. Hope it helped, and we'll see you next time.